It's time for a brand new episode of Bullet Points. Who's here?
Judd Dunning.
And Michael Loftus. We're going to crank through 5 big topics in 2 minutes per topic. It's the fastest 17 minutes on the internet.
17 and counting.
You're going to learn, you're going to laugh, you might pee a little bit. Wait till you see what we got coming up this week. Judd, what are our topics?
Michael Loftus. Well, hello, Bullet Pointers. Hey, people weighed in. I just want to say Bullet Pointers or Bullet Point Nation. Up to you. This is your final week, so go ahead and give us your vote. What do you want to moniker yourself?
We're not doing bullet pointers. You're not dogs, you're people. A bullet pointer is like a really fast duck hunting dog.
Duck hunting dog. Like, okay,
all right.
Got it. This week on this week's Bullet Points, red, blue, and magenta Bullet Point Nation. All right. Number 1, Catholic cultural cornerstone, Notre Dame, crackles and burns, but Western civilization shines at its brightest.
I'm going to need a gunshot.
I'm going to need a gunshot. Give it up for the gunshot with our producers.
Boom!
Ooh,
all right.
Wow, that is, you would be dead if that was home protection.
Bullet point number 2.
Bullet point number 2, Trump of the left proactively PR prep as a redacted Mueller report drops Thursday morning.
I'm excited. Whoa!
Ooh!
Bullet point number 3.
You got your faux gun this week? All right, California craziness, Laguna Beach's red, white, and blue cop car crisis. Yes, load that.
That was perfect. Bullet point number 4.
All right, our daily Democratic devolution, Beto, Biden, and Bernie are bailed on for the new second coming of Obama, Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Did I get it?
Sure.
All right, the new White Walkers, our topic 5. The new White Walkers, the so-called coming of the climate refugees. Beware. And then a little bit about our shows, and then one for the road, which you have to stick around to see, Bullet Point Nation.
It's a mystery. Okay, so we're jumping right in. We're going to keep the show rolling 2 minutes per topic.
Got it.
So let's go into our first one. It's a sad one. Put 2 minutes on the clock for the fire at Notre Dame.
Indeed.
Go,
Okay,
you want to kick this off?
I'll kick it off.
I'm still too emotional, ladies and gentlemen.
We have a Catholic on site. Yeah, I'm Episcopalian with this Catholic light. You know what that is? It's all the guilt, no Pope, basically.
All right.
So red, blue. So our great followers. This was actually a very, very sad day. I think a lot of us stood in almost 9/11 fear. Fortunately, for now, we'll address that. It doesn't seem to be what's going on, but 200 years to build, 850-year-old Christian centerpiece, cultural. I think it was like 30 million people a year actually passed through this, burned down, and the spires fell, lead and fire into the air. And I think the thing that relics were saved, and right before Easter and Passover, the world is having a coming to. And Western civilization has shined, Michael. There's 800 million was raised in days. And let's go ahead and discuss this tragedy and opportunity.
Here's my bullet points for me on Notre Dame. You got to rebuild it exactly as it was. I don't want any kind of crazy postmodern. It's steel and glass, so we can reflect on that. No, I want people up there like it's the frickin' 6th century, carving stuff, doing it old school.
Another 200 years.
The second thing that I want to say, and I'm not the biggest Catholic on the planet, right? I was raised Catholic. My kids are, that's it.
You're quite Irish, though.
Easter is the big holiday. Easter is the big holiday. Christ is dead. Christ is risen. It's very sad, yet there's hope. That's my takeaway from this. It's very sad, but a lot of the relics were saved, and it could have been so much worse. Number 3. I don't want to gloss over the other Catholic churches that have been vandalized in France. No one in the American media has been covering this. I was looking into it yesterday. It's horrifying. Hundreds of churches have been vandalized. Now, the media very quick yesterday was like, oh, it's not arson. It's not arson. There's no way they could have known. There's no way they could have known. I hope it was an accident. I really hope it was an accident.
They say it was the presence of lead, which is interesting. We're still doing the traditional painting with lead, right, that catches fires. But I think you bring up the point that we have a cultural clash. This is the dome of, this is their blue dome.
It's 2 minutes.
There's so much to talk about.
I know.
I just have to say that churches are on the decline, but they're not. There's a lot of people. This was an opportunity for us to come together. On the beautiful side, I'm going to push this through. Secularism needs to be checked, and this checked it. So, God bless God.
Easter's going to be big in France. Okay.
So hard to stop.
Next bullet point.
We got to do this one tight now because, would you like to jump in or would you like me to jump in?
I want, listen, how you're framing this. You come up with the wacky titles. I'm going to let you be the snowplow. I'll just shovel up at the end.
You're going to come down the sidewalk afterwards. All right. So, the big event on the redaction of the report that came out with Barr is 400 pages. There was 34 indictments that came over the whole period of time. There were 2,800 subpoenas. It's all coming to a false head right now. And Trump said he's not even going to read it. He said, look, it's false. I think it was the crime was committed on the other side. The crime's all made up. It was fabrication. And he said, I'm likely not even going to read it, which is going to drive the left nuts. But this is the big day that's coming down, and I think we all know the outcome. We all know the outcome, that it's time to move on with our country, Michael.
Mueller doesn't mess around. If there was something there, he would have arrested them. It would have leaked out. I don't think there's anything there. Congress wants this because Nancy Pelosi and the crew, they just want to do their own investigation. Because I'm sure there's something Mueller and his full-time team of people for 2.5 years might have missed that Detective Nancy and Detective Schumer will uncover. There was no collusion. And unless Trump...
They had fun spending $35 million, though.
And it's going to keep
the power
going.
Case of the century.
They got to keep it going through 2020. I think it's a joke and it's terrifying. And the big story, I really want to know who started it. Who started it and why did they start it? You guys, we cannot have a weaponized government. We have to make sure, even the hint of it, even the whiff of it, we've got to be able to trust the Department of Justice. We've got to be able to trust the FBI.
And the media with the Department of Justice. I mean, the coup, they said.
Dude, I'm done with the media.
Yeah.
I'm done. The lamestream media, they were part of this, and it's not like they were led down some golden path. Oh, how did we get here? We just followed the story. They had no... interest in finding out why this started, and they were
and they continue on. We're already looking for. Well, we're still going to subpoena. We're going to look for those. Now they said there might be some things that are a little embarrassing that are going to come up, but nothing pejorative or damaging. Because there was definitely. This is what we don't know is like when they asked them to go and check on the reports or the polling information. Who set that up? So anyway, Trump tweeted. By the way, no, it was a witch hunt 170 times. 170. I think we know the answer.
And that's probably the obstruction right there. Him tweeting his innocence.
That's what they think that it is.
Okay, bullet point number. You've gone over twice now.
Okay.
Let the record show. Here we go. Bullet point number 3. We got cop cars in Laguna that have Old Glory on the side of them. And that's no bueno.
No bueno, and it's no diverso either. That's the thing, man, right? So, bottom line, Michael, Laguna Beach basically was having a vote about the toning of the colors on the car. That was it. And it got hijacked as a national issue. And people said that some of the people in the Laguna area, in this artist colony thing, and this was originally the Orange Curtain Republican area.
Okay, hold on. Laguna Beach is not an artist colony. Laguna Beach is where rich people live, and there's art galleries.
That's true.
But it's not like any real...
You wouldn't hang out with an artist there.
No, you're not going to be...
employ one.
Exactly.
That's true.
What's up, my artists? Okay, so this is triggering. This is bad. When people see the flag on the side of a cop car...
Intimidating, harassing, and a symbol of racism. Just putting it on a cop car. Come on, come to. So, go ahead.
It's insane. This is
Insane.
This is really like, where can you have... a symbol of the country. If that is, if having the flag represented on the side of a police car, if that's triggering for you, if that's a bad thing, you got some real issues.
Take it out of an oath, Michael. You got to take it out of an oath now. You got to sit on one knee at a football event. I mean, what is happening with our flag? I think the flag is the beauty of all the synergy. It's this amazing nation. The flag looks good on everything.
I always come back to Johnny Cash on this one. If you want to burn your flag, go ahead and burn it. But if you come to burn mine, I believe in the Second Amendment, and I'll blow you away.
That's true.
I'm paraphrasing it horribly.
Here's what a lot of the left seems to want. Go to the next slide. This is what a lot of the left seems to want the flag lately. I mean,
I can't believe a company even sells that. You're allowed to. Does anything else look good in the flag?
Other things do look in the flag. I saw some of these on the loftusparty.com actually.
We actually did a pictorial a while back. That's just beautiful patriotic women wrapped in the flag.
Sure.
I couldn't look at these all day. This is ooh, look at that. Yep. And It's weird. It's like I'm not offended by the American flag bikini at all. I wonder if anybody's
Why?
triggered
Why
by
would you
that.
not be?
Is anybody triggered by red, white, and blue bikinis? Are they triggered by American flag beach towels?
Right.
However, if you want to burn your beach towel, go ahead. But if you try to burn mine, I believe in the Second Amendment.
That's right. It's
right on the it's
Right.
perfectly timed.
Okay, moving
What's our
on.
next
I'm
bullet
gonna give
point?
Up. I'm not gonna drag it out.
I see a
Okay.
lot of Democrats. I
Okay,
see a
great.
bunch of them. What
All
do we
right,
got?
So we call this our daily Democratic devolution of all the presidential candidates. This week is Mayor Pete. Let's try to say this together. Buttigieg.
Buttigieg. I'm really little. I've heard Buttigieg. I'm calling him Buttigieg.
It just works.
I got a Buttigieg, which is a much better one. So he's what is he now, the leader now?
Yeah, so
Mayor
basically-
Pete. Everybody calls him Mayor Pete.
Mayor
'cause they
Pete
don't-
is
they
hot
don't
to
want
the
to
front.
say
Now, by the way,
Buttigieg.
all the other people, the candidates are all in. He is saying that he's created an exploratory community. So he's not even saying technically he's running. He's the only guy doing this, right?
Exploratory committee.
Committee, yes.
Yeah.
So Beta, Biden, and Bernie are bailed on, what I said, for the openly gay veteran concert pianist, Rhodes Scholar, 37-year-old South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete. Now, so the most important thing is, who is this guy? So let's talk about that, because they have no party, no platform. So we're hopping from person to person to person to person. Can I tell you a little bit about Mayor Pete, Michael?
Yeah, and then I'll tell you something if there's any time left.
Okay, we'll bang through it. First of all, he wants to get rid of the Electoral College. Secondly, let's have a gunshot for that. He wants to get rid of the Electoral College. Secondly, he wants 15 seats on the Supreme Court because conservatives have it. Thank you very much. He wants to bring back the Obamacare, no wall, Green New Deal, pro-choice, pro-weed, pro-LGBTQ in the military, pro-wealth tax. He's another socialist, ladies and gentlemen, an extremist. Very good. Michael Loftus, bring it home.
You know what else he is? He's a backstabber who needs to watch more WWE. Like,
Oh, dude,
there's no way it's time. There's no way it's time.
You gotta bring home the fact that he's not the first gay president.
Oh, well, I'll end with that. But he keeps trying to start this this tiff with Vice President Pence. He keeps like, Mike Pence, if you have a problem with my sexuality, you don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with my maker. And Mike Pence is like, what are you talking about, dude? Like when
Who are you?
Right? Like when you were the mayor of South Bend, Mike Pence was like, hey, you're a good man. You're a patriot. You're all right. I like you.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not gonna have you calling me names. I know I like you. I think you're an honorable man. Enough.
Suck. The producer's listening tonight.
And Buttigieg won't let it go. And they're very proud to say he might be the first gay president.
Not
but
true.
I think you did some digging and found out we might have had another gay president, who was James Buchanan.
Right.
Jimmy, don't call me James. and his roommate, I didn't know this. I love this.
Interesting, right?
His roommate was a guy named William Rufus King, but they knew him in the halls of Congress and around Senate. They called him Miss Nancy or Aunt Fancy.
No, and Aunt Fancy, because they were a couple.
Oh, that was.
that's
who
how-
was Miss Nancy?
Miss Nancy was James Buchanan, not Pat
And
Buchanan.
Aunt Fancy was Rufus King.
I mean, they were a couple. So, by the way, totally
That's the
pro-slavery,
best.
destroyed the economy. So you don't see a lot of Democrats going, hey, James Buchanan, first gay president, because it didn't go so well.
Listen,
Moving
I
on.
just like that there was a gay couple in the White House with nicknames as
Yeah.
Miss
have to change the
Nancy.
institution of
I'm Miss
presidential
Nancy.
marriage.
I'm Aunt Fancy. We're gonna have fun in your pantsy.
Fancy.
We do the dancey. All right.
That was actually
moving
that was
on.
a song of the time, actually.
It was.
The
That was
15th president.
that was historically accurate. Skadoosh. There's Buttigieg.
There he is. There
All
he
right,
is.
this is another one.
there we
The
go.
climate refugees. We got to stick to 2 minutes. I think the producer's mad. Not even looking at the timer anymore.
I know.
It's-
I can feel it.
We're
This is gunshots
beyond
everywhere.
the event horizon.
Not at the beginning,
So
but
we're going
later
to
on.
talk about climate refugees. We're
Got
going to
it.
do it in 2 minutes.
Got it.
Because this show's called Bullet Points
Boom.
with Judd Dunning and Michael Loftus. He's been over twice. I've come under both times.
That's right. Comment later. All right, so we call this the new white workers becoming the climate refugees. So the point is that climate refugees are the Democrats' new tool for the open borders concept, which we know which isn't, by the way, for the betterment of any immigrants, but is really for the Democratic vote. So we have this national crisis. People are pouring in from the Honduras and Guatemala, etc. Then we had, they realized that this happened. Now they've come up with climate refugees as a key element.
So the excuse is this. They're like, you can't keep them out of your country. They're fleeing climate change.
Instead
That's what
of
it is.
economic political science. And they're
Right.
trying to tie them together. And we
Okay.
can talk about that.
And this is all fake.
It goes
This is
back
all
to the
completely-
EU's globalism of the Syria crisis, which we talked about before the show. And then it was hijacked recently by the new nominee, Jay Inslee, saying, hey, I believe these people are climate refugees in Mexico and Central America and need to come in.
Do you remember when the world was going to end with the Syrian refugees? If we didn't take millions of them, if we didn't do something,
Right.
it was going, no. And it's like, hey, we didn't. And guess what? The world spins merrily on.
Yeah.
It just spins merrily on. This whole climate refugee thing is, I believe, has been debunked over and over again. It was first used in the Obama administration. That was another reason for terrorism, was because the climate. They needed jobs, hugs, and they needed some water.
And they had a green czar at the beginning. That was part of the whole
The world is a dangerous place, you guys. And America is probably the best country on earth. We are the lifeboat. We're the shining city on the hill. We can't save everyone. So we'll encourage these countries to do their best. But right now, you know what I say? Build the wall. Boom! That could not have gone better.
But now you got a slide comment, which at least you have to bring it up. You have to bring on the slide comment. Go to the last slide. By the way, Inslee happens to have a book on the climate, and that's where that's coming from.
Oh, it's going to help him sell some books.
Yeah,
Imagine
Gore
that.
2.0, basically.
It's time to plug that bullet point. What do you got? What are you plugging this week, Judd Dunning?
I'm plugging Michael Loftus, basically. I mean, what are you
didn't
doing?
do that. That's
okay, I'll tell
cheating.
you what's going on.
Whoa!
So the bottom line is like I'm in the middle of major litigation. So rather than focus on abortion and climate, Daddy's been making some money. So that's what's been going on. We're right there. I've got an amazing team ready to take it out.
Cheers to good lawyers.
Cheers to good lawyers, baby. Capitalism and justice.
Cheers to good
They do
lawyers and the
mix.
jobs that pay their bills.
That's right. You don't kill anybody, but you can litigate civilly and bury them in course.
I have just nothing but good things to bring you about the loftusparty.com.
Amen. Let's hear it.
Holy smoke. See, now here's the deal with the website, loftusparty.com. You go in, you sign up, and you can post stuff. We've got some amazing people doing some wonderful work. Today, as we tape this show, so many people posting just wonderful articles about everything under the sun. About remember Julian Assange? Everybody's worried about his cat. This woman wrote a hilarious, great, insightful article about that.
So you have
Somebody
contributors now. You're like you're like your own Breitbart meets Comedy Central.
I'm telling you,
How's that?
and you can participate. There's comedy clips. There's
Article
stand-up. There's
contribution.
articles. There's beautiful ladies.
There are a lot of beautiful ladies now.
Woo!
I would guess you are a Catholic heterosexual, right?
Hey! Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm Irish. I drink a lot. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's get into this. Is again.
Is that
this
it?
This is your. Yes, that's
Okay,
it.
I just want to say your new video just on Bernie just came out. Go see the loftusparty.com. Very funny. Moving on into the final end of this week's
I
show.
went early. I messed it. I blew it. I didn't know about this. This is our
One for the road.
Our one for the road. Our wild card.
Our wild card, cultural wild card.
There's something about dudes with lip piercings and big beards. What
You
is
know,
it?
there's people in my family that would date this young man. That would probably be a fit for some people. Okay, anyway, moving on for my millennial reference there. So, Michael, Men with Beards just came out. Some people at the Herzladen Clinic of Zurich, Switzerland. That was my Swiss. I don't know. It wasn't.
That was good. It was dead on.
Thank you very much. They did MRI scanners, and men's beards versus 23 dogs have more microbacterial load. So men's beards are dirtier than dogs. Just something for you to know. And by the way, there's a little bit of an issue with that because 43% of U.S. men shave daily. So 50% of us don't shave, and then 35% of millennials don't shave. And yet, women find it more sexy. So at some level, we have a little conundrum here because it is a recent study that men with beards are sexier. So if you're into a microbial load, it's not a good week for you.
Listen, I think we should stay away from any topic that has microbial load in it.
Like
it goes bad. Listen, I can't even do
no,
this.
you have to think about this. This is a big part of our culture. Dogs right? And beards, Michael. I mean, ZZ Top.
I'd like to formally announce I'm taking over the wild card. I'm taking over.
This is a wild card fail. Go to the next slide.
At least this is like somewhat.
There you go. So if you look up,
that's adorable.
If you look up dog beard, by the way, there's a huge passion of people taking their cleaner than men's beards dogs and putting them on their face.
A dog beard is
beard.
when you have a gay dog who's pretending to be straight, and he has a dog beard girl. I like this picture.
There you go.
I like this one.
You get the one clean one dirty one. A dog and a bearded man at once.
Yeah, but that guy's like a cool pirate right there.
If you were looking to meet someone and create a family, how could you resist? I mean,
that was a perfectly timed scream.
A female.
Thanks for watching Bullet Points. We're going to end with this cool Matrix gift.
That's right. Because welcome to Getting Out of the Matrix with Michael and Judd, baby.
Are you? What are we? Blue pilling or red pilling?
I think we're definitely red pilling, but
I'm like that Joey Pants guy. I don't want to remember nothing.
I take as many pills as I can take.
All right, that is our show. Thank you so much. And welcome to all the new subscribers.
A lot of new
Holy smoke, we got a ton of new views, a ton of new subscribers. I think we're going to stick with Bullet Point Nation. We'll give that contest another week before we start buying the merch.
Pointers.
No, bullet pointers.
Doggish. Okay, great. So please remember to subscribe and hit the bell. Tell your friends, and we'll see you next week. We drop our show every Wednesday evening about 7 o'clock Eastern.
Right around that time.
Whatever Mike wants to
It's every week. It's every Wednesday. What more do you want? This is free, you guys. This is free. Value added to you.
For now.
Because we care.
God bless you. God bless America. God bless the show. We'll see you next week.
Last word, fight.
Got it.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Surrender. Cheers. Thanks for coming out and watching our new show, Bullet Points with Michael Loftus and Judd Dunning. Make sure to subscribe, tell your friends, spread the good red word, and hit the little bell below so you get notifications every time we come out with a new show.